Look, Daddy, it's you. Let's go out to play, Daddy. More angels, Daddy. This way.
Come with us, little girl.
You want some, big guy? Here they are! Get out of here, freak!
There we are. He's perfectly safe now. This is not your daughter. Do you understand? Her name is Eleanor, and she is mine. Now, kneel, please. Remove your helmet. Now, take the pistol. Place it against your head. Fire.
Can you hear me?
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ellison Cruz, and I'd like to welcome you back, at long last, to Rapture in Bioshock 2. I mean, we played the first one way back in 2012, and here we are, 2.5 years later, playing the second game. I guess a lot of people were asking for it back in the day, but, you know, we're here. And a lot has happened in between, you know, the games. I mean, we're now playing as an Alpha Series Big Daddy, and this brings a lot of interesting elements to the table. And overall, what I really like a lot about this game, the first one is definitely superior. We'll be getting into more of that a little bit later, but for the most part, some of the additions in this game are really cool, but a lot of the emphasis placed on the story is placed on the wrong elements of the story, and I'm not a huge fan. Anyway, here's the first of many audio diaries, and let's take a quick look at this, shall we?
Lesson 1, Mop Jockeys. You are under the ocean now. If you feel the soft patter of rain on your hat, you're already fired. Lesson 2. You can jumpstart a dead generator with a direct spark, but clear the guests out of the pool first. Scares these rich pricks to watch a working stiff hurling thunderbolts. You follow me?
Hurling thunderbolts, you say? Well, oh my god.
See? You should have. Just like I
Alright, so since we have this big-ass drill on our hand, we can go take care of our first enemy. These are going to be your main forms of altercations, is between these splicers, and you'll have different variations, such as thuggish, which use physical weapons, and leadheads, which use firearms, amongst other things. We'll get into that a little bit more later. But there's a lot of looting to be done. If you guys have watched Fallout 3, or even the first series from Bioshock, ooh, that actually looks really cool. We're not going to be in any, I repeat, any shortage of first aid kits or Eve hypos. Well, let's take a look over here. Interesting. Please hurry, Daddy. From Eleanor. And come soon to come find me. We'll come soon to come find you so we can put you in an English class. And let's take our first plasmid.
Daddy was sleeping for such a long time, and Eleanor has missed you. Find her and you'll be all better. Daddy!
Well, we'll go save her in just a little bit. I kind of want to look around a little more. So we're playing on hard, and if you didn't notice, we actually are able to wield both plasmids and regular weapons at the same time, which is a fantastic welcome as far as combat goes. The combat in this game, it definitely feels much heightened, and there's a lot of tension that goes on later on in combining usages between our different weapons. And plasmids, I believe there are 11 over the course of the game, and I'll probably try and show as much of them as I can. I mean, there's only 3 or 4 core plasmids you really ever need to have, but I mean, just for the sake of showing them, I guess I'll probably just do that in the future. So let's get out of here. Use electric bolt on the door to switch it open. Makes a lot of sense. And before we actually head on over there to the right, I'd like to go over to this storage room. And here we've got the concept of keypads. They'll open doors, and even if you don't have like the code explicitly stated to you, even if you know it just from prior playthroughs, they'll be the same. So you can possibly skip a lot of stuff, which is cool.
My husband is such a perfect idiot. Throws away all his spending money on gene tonics to affect a look of physical fitness. So he'll have an excuse to sit on his rear all day listening to radio serials. Steven, I tell him, you want to be fit? Come swim laps with me, the old-fashioned way. It's your mind that's atrophying. Maybe I'll start sneaking some brain boost into his daily regimen.
Interesting, interesting. Alright, so, press, of course, just like the first one said, we can go and activate that. So we can bring light to the pool. Could you imagine, like, swimming here? And then looking up and seeing the bottom of the ocean? That'd be intense.
At last, a signal. You, who are bringing this dead city to life, listen. My name, it is Tannenbaum. I know who you are, and I am in much need of your help. Please, find me in the Atlantic Express train station.
So we've got ourselves the old fan favorite of 10 out of Tannenbaum, and she's gonna be here for a little bit, not too much. And while we're here, I suppose, I'm gonna refer to the map. I rarely, if ever, am going to really refer to this. It's mostly just here to kind of help you find things. It's very useful, but if you already know where things are, I mean, there's no real use to going through them and looking to what you have to do. So, I mean, it's pretty standard basic stuff. But let's get out of here. Let's go follow that strange creature and look through. God, I just love this world. I mean, they added like a lot of small things to the environment that just makes it so much more, I don't know, realistic, I guess. Anyway, wow, I didn't realize he actually fixed it. Oh man, that's really awesome, actually. All right, so anyway, we can head off to the dame's washroom and Or to my daughter.
To my daughter, Eleanor. Soon you will be born, and Rapture will be your home. You shall be raised as I was, to advance the common good through social psychiatry. This city's potential is immeasurable, Eleanor. Yet our beliefs are unwelcome here. Life will be difficult, but the price of revolution is always dear. If we are patient with her, Rapture will come to us.
So you say, Sophia Lamb. Anyway, we're gonna go and kill you. There it is, very nice. We're gonna attack her. So typically, electric bolts, while they're standing in bodies of water, will do a lot of damage earlier on. It'll typically kill them, but you want to be a little careful because you do take damage from your own plasmids.
Taste of Adam in weeks.
I don't need to hear your browsing. Go running to land. So desperate.
Okay, you two, quit your jibber jabber. So yeah, this I can kill them pretty easily. Thuggish splicers.
Remember, you are not alone. Think of...
Okay. Yeah, this isn't hedonistic at all. Some pretty cool stuff. Rapture's best. Ooh, hold on. So we've got a lot of familiar faces here. You might want to take note of them. We've got people we're going to see later there. Wow.
I am back in Rapture after so many years. The little ones I rescued are grown up. Won't think of me no more. After what I once did to them, it was a joy to be forgotten. But now, all around the world, children vanish by the sea, kidnapped. And so I return, in fear of what I already know. Someone is making new little ones, continuing my work, my sins. Even if I am to die for it, I must stop them.
So in all that, we collected the rivet gun, which basically is like our assault rifle, and missed the headshot there. It's our first firearm, and it's actually really good, especially later on. There are a couple of gene tonics we'll get that will increase the capabilities of things, such as damage given while doing headshots, and the ability to hold more first aid kits and Eve hypos. We'll be delving into that a little bit later, but the rivet gun is going to be your best friend in a lot of circumstances. Running on E, running on empty. Huh. So we've got this really creepy, thrifty care. Wait, safe, speedy, affordable. Alright, Dr. Steinman, if you guys recall from the first game. Crazy mad scientist. Don't get your tits worked on by him. Alright, so I think, pretty much good here. So let's take a look on over here for yet another crazy thing.
Barely made it down alive. But here it is. And it's real. Rapture. This is where that thing took my poor baby girl. From what I saw in the sub, most of the city's in ruins. But there were lights here and there. And shapes moving. I'm rambling, scared, I guess. But maybe, if I find this Dr. Lamb I keep hearing over the PA, I'll find Cindy too.
Perhaps you will? I don't know. Wouldn't be able to tell you. Now, if you guys heard very carefully, I think there's somebody over here. Oh, there he is. Well.
This is quite incredible.
Oh, is it, you say? How about this? Oh my god. It's funny how you can be so stealthy in this game despite being such a large creature. It's kind of insane, the AI in this game. It's very inconsistent, to say the least. But over here.
Big sister doesn't want you playing with her.
Oh my god. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves big sisters now. Extremely fast, extremely agile, and very strong. These guys are going to be a pain in the ass later, but what's kind of funny about this particular altercation is you actually can't die here, which is actually really funny. So we're just gonna go ahead and get rid of her, depleting all of our drill fuel in the process because we're gonna collect so much of it over the course of this game. It's really funny. But this is a timed fight anyway. She's gonna be here for a certain amount of time, so might as well just punch her to death. There we go. So that is a mating call. She's gonna leave. Cool. So yeah. Enough of that nonsense. So we'll be fighting a couple of those over the course of the game. Why is that so loud?
Big Sister is always watching.
Big Sister.
To steal Adam is to steal from the Rapture family.
Alright.
Your family.
Diane insisted that we spend a weekend at the Adonis. And already I find myself seeking a respite from my vacation. She deems it necessary to chide me for working. The words dissolve into an endless animal bleat. I founded Rapture to be free of law and God, to live among those for whom work is our wage. Yet, when Diane speaks of burying my child, I'm given pause. Till now I had never considered my legacy. Perhaps after the new year.
Perhaps indeed, Mr. Andrew Ryan. Whew. Alright, so let's get out of here. We don't technically need to collect all of the audio diaries, by the way. I think there's only an achievement tied to collecting 100 of them, but by no means do you need to collect all of them. I'm just doing it just so that we can flesh out the story and backstory a bit, because what's interesting that as far as a sequel goes, this game actually makes the first game much better. And I really like that facet about this game because the story falls on so many fronts in this game. Let's use that. But it's just, it's a little unreasonable. I think that the story could have just faltered so much in this, but we'll get into that a little bit later. I mean, the focal point is goddamn Sophia Lamb and Eleanor, but what are you doing? Why would you do that? Well, this sucks. Okay, so we've got a couple of instances where we can actually walk around underwater. It's really cool, but the physics get a little wonky sometimes.
In that
Hello.
suit, even the ocean cannot harm you. This is good. But Rapture is the death of many great men. Alone, you will not last long. You can still reach the train station. Find me there.
Alright, will do. Will do. 10 out of 10, Mom. Alright, so before we go, there's actually one last audio diary I'd like to collect, and it's inside of this pod, with 2 corpses inside. It's a little interesting. Keep in mind that some of this doesn't load properly all the time. Interesting. Let's see what we got. Escape from Rapture.
Alright, diary. Last entry. Lizzie and I, we found a sphere, and we're going home. Ain't that right, baby? Next stop, topside.
Oh, I love you. It was you who saved us, Sammy. It was you, Button. What was that? What's that sound?
She's seen us. It's Lamb. Torpedo! Ah, I'm trying to...
Oh my god. This is a little violent. Okay. So a lot of these sections underwater, there's only about 3 or 4 that we have to do. There's not much to do here. You can collect things off of corpses. You can't use like first aid kits or weapons and things, but you can pick up random ammo, even though we can't carry any more rivet ammunition apparently. But for the most part, these are fairly ho-hum, and all we really have to do is just get to the end. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's lovely Rapture once again. God, I've missed this game. Oh, your beautiful city. So let's get out of here. I don't think you can really die underwater. There's no real instance of enemies attacking you or anything or taking fall damage, but there's a big sister up there in the Atlantic Express, which is where we will be heading off to in the next part. A lot of these levels, I think there are about 8 or 9 total levels, but they're all huge. So there's going to be a lot of exploration and a lot of just random talking and diaries. So with that being said, see you guys next time.